Hello, beautiful people. How are you doing today? This beautiful Saturday evening is Parenting Essentials, and Oye is here again. Hello. Let me know where you're joining me from. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Where are you joining me from? My YouTube family, are you there? Anybody there? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if it's audible, and let's get started. I'm very excited to be here again today on today's episode of Parenting Essentials with Oye Esther. And we are going to be talking about something very important yet again today. We are going to hold hands, learn, and be intentional in this parenting journey. Don't forget, as I always say, that parenting is a journey. It is never a destination. So there is no master of all. There's no retirement. Like I'm retired. I'm done. No, there's no master of all. So we keep learning as our children are growing from phases to stages. We keep learning to ensure that we have the desired skill or the required skills for that stage of life for them, so that we don't gamble on our growing glory. All right, once again, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining me. I can see Believe there on TikTok. Thank you for joining me. My sister Believe, God bless you. God bless you. All right, let me know where you're joining me from. Are you on Facebook? Are you on YouTube? Where are you joining me today? Where are you joining me today? Thank you for joining me. And if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, my name is Oye Esther. I'm your family life engineer, and I'm here to support you, to hold hands, to guide you, to make you have clarity on this journey of intentionality in your parenting. And together, we can look back and pat ourselves at the back and say, well done. Because, you get to a stage in life that you know that you have done a job that is well done. And at this time, you can definitely pat yourself at the back because you deserve the flower. And that is why we are so intentional. And I've said this many times, and I'm going to start on that note, that you should not judge what you don't understand in your life of your children. Maybe you are a caregiver, you're a teacher, a biological parent, whatever it is. As long as you have a child or children in your care, I will say it loud and clear again. Stop judging what you don't understand in your child. And this is one error that has been on and on. I've seen it many times in the life of parents, even the teachers. It's quite sad that, the teachers, that the children, they are professionals, right? And it's quite sad to see teachers who are in this class of judging the child that has been entrusted into their hands. It's quite sad. Anytime I think about this, I feel so sad about it. So as a parent, I'm coming to you first. Let's leave the teachers out of it. What do you need to do? Stop judging. If you don't understand, it is your job to try to understand what is going on. Find out what is happening. Do I understand this, or I just want to judge? It's not every time that we tag something as a behavior, or a stubborn child, a disobedient child might not be. And I've said that quite a number of times, and I think this part cannot be overemphasized, because many of the adults, larger percentage of adults, they are damaged. It's basically from their upbringing. Maybe their environment, the significant emotional experiences. Those are the effects. A lot of people that you see today, and you can easily judge them. Maybe they are your colleagues. Maybe you just meet them in your neighborhood. It is easier for you to just say, what sort of adult is this? Maybe the mannerism in which he's speaking, the way he's going to relate with people. It's so alarming. And you can't just comprehend why an adult will be like this. Sometimes we don't even know that things are happening, that we ourselves start to judge others. Meanwhile, it is not their fault actually. They are also victim of another parenting error, or environmental factor, or a significant emotional experience that they went through. So be happy for yourself. If you feel like you are good, if you feel like you are sane, if you feel like you can reason the way you should reason as an adult, then congratulations. But I want you to know quite a lot of people that are working out there, they are damaged not because they choose to be damaged, not because it's a choice, but because of the way they were brought up, the environment they were raised, and whatever that has happened in their life. And I want you to know this. So be grateful. So be kind to others when you see these things happening. Be kind to others. Don't just jump. And I think if we all have this mindset, it's going to really help you to be less offensive. Instead of you getting upset with the way somebody is speaking to you rudely, with the way somebody is looking at you, talking mean at you, or being mean to you, when you always remember, oh my God, he doesn't want to be like that. He doesn't mean to be like that. She doesn't mean to be like that. You're also going to get your peace. It is very important. So when you don't master how, you are not accurate about what is happening in the life of your children, it can be an error. It can be an error. So your job now, you don't want an error to happen. You want to know what is happening in the life of your children. So what can you do? What can you do? So, but I want you to know that before you can deal with your children, it is very important for you to heal first. You have to heal from your pain. You have to be able to question what happened. You have to be able to question why it happened. That is going to give you a closure. You have a closure, and that is going to help you to be able to deal with that pain. Don't forget that a bleeding parent cannot raise an holistic child. You can only bleed on your child. And that is going to be a cycle. You just keep rolling. So how old are you? With that treasure that you already have in your hand, maybe you are planning to be a mother one day or a father. Are you sure you are actually old to be a father? Are you sure you are old to be a mother? Can you just scan and begin to check, ask questions? So my question to you today is, am I raising the child that I know or the child that I assume? Or am I going to raise the child that I will know or the one I picture in my head? What sort of child are you raising? If you're already into parenting, I want to say congratulations. If you are planning to be a parent someday, congratulations. Because, for you to be here, it means you are intentional. It means you don't want to gamble. You don't want to have an error. You don't want to have any mistake. Just, the popular saying is every first child is an experiment. And I've said one of the greatest error a parent can do is to use your first child as an experiment, because it's a popular saying. Because everybody is saying it does not mean it's correct. Your child does not have to be an experiment. You can get the skills that you need before you become a parent, even when you are a parent. So you don't have to gamble on your child. It is very important. So I'm going to be talking in line with parents collaborating with teachers. But before we get there, I'm going to be sharing some things very important. So question again. Are you raising the child that you know or the one that you assume? Especially with this Gen Z parent, or the picture that you have in your head. The picture of the baby you saw on Google, on internet, the picture of the baby you saw with AI, is that the one you assume or the one that you actually betted? It is time to wake up. It is time to wake up, because that beautiful photo shoot you had, congratulations, that's beautiful. The one you just assume and you just, you ask AI to picture, I want a baby like this. You describe everything to the AI, and AI just, give you a beautiful picture with your assumption. Is that the child you want to raise, or the one you betted, or the one that has been entrusted into your hands? This is the time and age that we find ourselves. That our imagination can be so broadened, and it's so beautiful. It's a peaceful time. It's a great time. It's so beautiful. Unfortunately, that your imagination is not your child. That beautiful picture that is beautiful in your own definition is not your child. The one you are holding in your hand is your child. And it's your responsibility to rear that one right. It is your responsibility to raise that one with all the strength that you have in you. You are the caregiver, the caretaker. You are the one to nurture that treasure. All right. I'm going to share a beautiful story with us so that we can have clear understanding of what exactly I'm talking about today. But don't forget that this question that I just asked, I want you to hold it firm in your hands, because you need to keep asking yourself all through this live session so that you can get better clarity. So I will just talk about a man who raised an eagle. a man who raised an eagle, but he was not aware that this particular bird is raising is an eagle because, this young bird, when he was just betted on the tree, this eagle fell off. And a farmer, held the eagle, took the eagle home, and was raising this eagle with the other chickens that he was rearing. So he was never aware that this is an eagle. This eagle fed the chicken feeds, do everything like a chicken. Nobody was aware. Everything was okay. Fed well, worked like a chicken, scratched the ground like a chicken and everything. But years later, a wildlife expert now visited this farmer and said, I noticed something. There is this particular one amidst your chicken. This one is not a chicken. This one is an eagle. The other farmer actually laughed. He laughed so hard. Oh, no, it can't be. I had this one years ago, many years. And, this one has been behaving like a chicken, feeding like a chicken. This is a chicken. This is not an eagle. But that one insisted, no, this is not a chicken. I know better. I'm a wildlife farmer. This is an eagle. So this particular visitor that was pointing out an eagle in the midst of chicken held this one, took this bird, held it and lifted this bird high in the sky and said, you are not permitted to, you are created to fly, to soar. And dropped that chicken, the chicken fell off, couldn't fly. But another day, this wildlife animal took this eagle and went on the high mountain and said, you are supposed to be flying. You are not a chicken. And he dropped this eagle right from the top of the mountain, and this eagle was able to fly off. What will happen if this wildlife farmer has not spotted this eagle in the midst of the chicken? What will happen? What do you think will happen? Do you think you know the child you are rearing? Do you think you know the child you are raising? Do you think you know everything that is happening? The eagle was never a chicken, but it needed the right understanding. The eagle needed the right environment. The eagle needed the right guidance to become what he has created. He has been created to be. But what if there's no guidance? What if there's no right environment? What if there's no right person to nurture that eagle into what the eagle has actually been created to be? What is going to happen? The eagle will die as a chicken. The eagle will not be able to fly high. The eagle will not be able to function as he was originally designed to be. What will happen? So I just want you to just think out. So what is going to happen when we raise an eagle like a chicken? I don't need the answer, but just think about it. If I raise an eagle like a chicken, what can happen? Think about it. Think about it. And I'll quickly share another story so that we can get better clarity, so that we use less time for explanation. Because sometimes we think these things, it's not difficult. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. All these coaches, they just say, they just always want to teach us how to parent our children. Yes, parenting is a learned skill. We learn it. And you have to be intentional in learning this. So a farmer planted 2 seeds. This is another story entirely, and I want us to pay attention to this. A farmer planted 2 seeds in the same garden, the same area, started watering these 2 seeds, the same watering, the same sunlight, everything was okay. But one eagerly grew. One went straight, very proud, growing up, grew to be a sunflower. But the second seed kept struggling, not growing. 2 seeds, what happened? Why is one growing and one is not growing? This sunflower is blossoming, but the other one also, we are watering it. Why is this one not growing? What do you think could have happened? But somebody has noticed and said, this other seed is not a sunflower seed. This is a cactus. And a cactus does not need a lot of water. Neither do they need a lot of, they need to be separated. But when the needful was done, this cactus was removed. They move it to, a sunnier corner, less water. They don't need to water and water. What happened? Weeks later, this one begin to thrive. These cactus begin to thrive. So it means there was nothing wrong with that seed. The problem was not with the seed. The seed is okay. It's the environment. It's the nurturing. Two seeds might look the same, but they are not the same seeds. You might water as a farmer, and you put all your energy, and you don't understand why one seed is growing and this other one is not growing. What is happening? You might even get frustrated. You might get tired. Begin to label this particular seed that this one is irresponsible. I'm taking lesson teacher for the two of you. So why are you not flourishing? Why are you not excelling? That is another seed. That seed will function, but in another way, in another ground. So what have you been doing with your children? Do you think there's a problem with that child? Or the problem is you not understanding that seed in your hand? The seed was never weak. The problem was never the seed. The problem was never the seed. This seed just needed to be treated in another way, in another environment. So our children are like these seeds, baby A and baby B. Even if they are twins, baby A is not the same thing as baby B. They are not the same people. Oh, but they are identical twins. They shared one placenta. Same nose, same height, same. My dad of less memory was identical twins. Same nose, same eyes, same face, same job, same everything. But they are two different people. Same voice. That even with the children have to know that my dad cannot speak like this. But these two people are two different human beings. I'm blessed with twins myself. These two people are different human beings entirely. So imagine if I want to do the watering the same way, because the water I'm putting is the same amount of water. So why is this one flourishing and this one is not flourishing? I'm saying this in parables today because quite a lot of parents are frustrated already when it comes to their parenting styles. You have every justification to say, you're doing your best as a parent. What else should I do? I took my child to the best school. I did this and that. You're frustrated and you have every reason. You have good points. But the problem is not about the seed. The problem is where the seed is planted and how the seed should be nurtured. So what are you doing? Do you think you are raising a child that you know or the child that you assume? That was the first question I asked today. And I said I'm going to keep this question on all through this live session. If I don't say anything again today, I believe the wise one should be able to have enough lesson for today from these two stories and these questions. Do you think you are going to raise the child? Maybe, eligible singles. You have the guy in the picture now, or the guy is waiting, or the lady is waiting, but you have this beautiful child or children you're going to have in your head. Do you think you're going to raise these beautiful children? The one that you're going to bed, or the one you just imagine? The one you are imagining, the one you see the picture somewhere. Many parents deeply love their children. I do love my children. I'm a mother myself. I'm blessed with twins. I said it earlier. But this is the point that we say love is not enough. Because love without understanding can limit your child. I'm doing everything. I want to buy the best clothes. I want to send my child to the best school. Best tuitions, best everything. But this best blessed with the love that you think you have for your child, without the understanding of this particular child, not as a group, is not enough. This is at the point we say in parenting, love is good. But love without understanding can limit that child in your hand. And don't forget, I call those children a growing glory. That child is a growing glory. Your job is to let the light blossom. Let the light flourish. So why is it important for you to understand the uniqueness of your child? I've said it many times. If you're familiar with my video, I always say that every child is unique in their own way. Every child is teachable. Be it neurotypical, neurodivergence, it doesn't matter. But why is it important? Why is it important for you to understand the uniqueness of your children? Why is it important for you to understand the uniqueness of your child? We said it. I've used twins as an example. So that established the fact that no two children are the same. Even twins are different. That is why it's important for you to understand each child. No two children. How they learn is not the same. How they respond to correction is not the same. How they're going to express their emotions, it is never going to be the same. One child may easily learn by listening. One might be a visual learner. They're quite different things. One wants to move around, experiment while they're learning. Another one wants a quiet space. One cannot function under noise to learn. Another one it doesn't matter if you beat the drum. And you're saying to the other one, but your sister is also here. Is it not the same sound? So what is your problem? No, the child doesn't have problem. In fact, I'm not apologetic to say you are the problem here. You as a parent or caregiver is a problem here because that child is just perfect. But you do not realize that you lack some skills and you are blindfolded to learn the skills that you lack. That is why you're asking your child, what is the problem? Sweetheart, the child has no problem at all. So those are the reasons why that that you have to understand the uniqueness of the child. Note that uniqueness is not a problem to be fixed. Hey, why are you like this? You have to change. I don't have your time. We are not changing any child. We are taking advantage of that child's uniqueness to unfold the treasure in that child. Uniqueness is never a weakness. I want to read and I don't want anybody around me, or I want people around me, or I need to have pen in my hand so that I can assimilate. It is never a weakness. It is never a problem, and it's nothing to fix. Your job is to understand this design. How is this child designed? Because when you don't understand and you're treating your children the same way, this will lead to the child being frustrated. The child will have poor performance, and that is why you always complain. With all the money I'm spending, why are you like this? You are spending a lot of money, well done. But you have not taken time to understand what is different in this one. How is this one want to study? How is this one want to receive information? As you are frustrated as a parent, you don't know how much that child is super frustrated. But you are playing the victim. You go to school, you complain, you see your spouse, you talk about the family, you talk the child down because you're feeling pained. You don't know how much that child is feeling within. How I wish I can just pour out my mind to this, my father, to my mother. The child is also frustrated. The child is having low performance, They begin to have the low self-esteem. They begin to be so much unstable emotionally. And you don't just know why. Why are you just breaking down? What is it again? So when you see a behavior, before you correct a behavior, before you judge a behavior, please find out, why is this happening? You are always crying. You cry too much. Can you find out why is that child always crying? Before you judge what you don't understand. If you started with me when I started this life, I said stop judging what you do not understand in your children. Before correcting a behavior, understand your child first. But many times we rush into correcting the behavior. Why did you do this? Why is this like this? But you are not understanding that child. Another very important point that I cannot overemphasize this point is your child is not you. Can you draw closer to me? Move closer. Yes, daddy, come. Yes, I'm talking to you. That boy that looks so much like you is not you. And that girl that looks super much like you is not you. So you have to know that whatever you went through as a child, how you were raised, does not automatically translate to how you're going to treat that child because of the facial features that you see. That's where I was raised, and you look so much like me, so I don't know why you have problem with this. That child is not you. Because many parents try so hard to raise that child, to raise their child just like them. They want that child to fulfill their own dream. They want to correct, the child as their own family pattern from way back, from the old Stone Age. You wanted to be a doctor, but you couldn't achieve it. Maybe money was a limitation. Maybe you were not so smart. Now you are forcing this particular boy to be a doctor, to live your own dream. It doesn't work like that, Daddy. Mommy, am I coming for you today? How many times are we going to say this? But it's so unfortunate that this thing is still happening. They have to follow their own personality. And this is not for you to don't create pressure for them. And it's not about resentment when the child said, this is not what I want to do. But back in your head, in your brain, it's like, oh my God, you dare not. You live in my room. You live in my house. I'm your father. You do what I say. Do we have anybody like that here? Just the way you were treated growing up. Just the way what your father said to you. And that is why I said you have to heal from your pain first. If you are bleeding and you are not healed, you are going to bleed on your child. And you are going to have every reason to feel good about it. So are you raising the child that you know or the one you assume? So you are raising a child or you are cloning yourself? A lot of us just want to clone ourselves. And the way it's been embraced now in this generation, in any organization, any settings, you see people cloning themselves just to allow that child to fit into the shoes they are in. And it becomes normal. Why? The child is not even interested. You are a proprietor of school. You want the child to go for education so that the child can be that you, speak like you. Not about profession. Even the spiritual people, they're doing it. A child does not have a call, but you have to speak like me. You have to go on the altar to preach. Does he have a call? Does she have a call? Are you cloning yourself or you are raising the child to fulfill God's purpose and destiny for his or her life? I know a lot of people are upset with me right now, but I really don't care. I said it last week, and I'll continue to say it. I really don't care about you, parents and caregivers. My love and passion is about this growing glory so that they will not be victim of circumstances, victim of parental errors. And that is why I won't stop until the world will probably one day be a better place. So ask yourself, okay, let me be gentle now. Ask yourself, am I cloning myself? Am I cloning myself? Am I planning to clone myself? Maybe you don't have a child yet. But in your head, you're already thinking, it's not bad to have matching clothes. That's not what I'm talking about. But in your head, you're already thinking how you want to train that child to walk like you, to speak like you. Is that what you're doing? Is that what you're doing? Am I going to raise a child based on who they truly are? Who they want to be or who they are designed to be or who I want them to be? I am going to talk about the collaboration with teachers next week. I think I should just leave it out and face this. Why collaborating with teachers, that reasonable teachers, are very important, and the advantages. Let's leave that for next week. Why we need to work with teachers. But ask yourself a genuine question. Just like the story I shared at the beginning, the eagle in the midst of the chicken. If the wildlife farmer did not visit the other farmer that day, how will that eagle fulfill purpose? Do you think he would have been able to know that it was never a chicken? The seed that was planted and one is flourishing, even though they are watering the second one the same amount of water, but it was not germinating. If another farmer who is more experienced did not see that seed and realize that this is not a sunflower seed, this is a cactus, do you think that cactus will fulfill purpose? Remember, there was nothing wrong with these seeds. They are amazing, both amazing seeds. But the ground, the approach is different. So your babies are amazing. They have treasure in them. But the way we are going to unfold, like you are opening, when you have a gift, somebody give you a precious gift that is well wrapped. For some of these gifts, once you receive them, you just want to tear the papers and you are excited. You want to see what is inside the gift. But some gifts, if you open it in a hurry and you tear the paper and everything, you will damage the gift because something inside is fragile. Are we together? So some gifts, they are both gifts. But some, if you open it, even throw it on the floor, kick it, it's not going to damage. Everything is going to remain intact. But some gifts, you have to pay attention to opening the paper stage by stage so that you can make use or see the treasure inside. There's nothing wrong with the seeds. There is nothing wrong with the gifts. Everything is okay. But the approach is what is different. Are you cloning yourself? Are you raising a child that you know or the one that you assume? So next week, I'm going to continue on why it is very important to work with the teachers. I will talk about the communications, the questions that you can ask to guide you, and things that we are going to work on next week. All right. Do I have any questions so far? Do I have any question? Maybe you are even upset now. Let me know. What do you mean? Is it bad for me to raise my child like myself? No, that's not what I'm saying. But don't clone that child. Is it bad? What is the big deal? What is all this? Am I not going to raise my child to be me? Your child is not you, so don't raise your child to be you. Raise that child to be unique in the identity God has originally created that child to be. But this child looks so much like me. I was just like that as a child. Yes, but that is not you. That is another human being entirely. And it's very important for you to be aware of that so that you don't force that child into yourself and you're just cloning yourself. All right, I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me today on Instagram. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. T-Tex, thank you. La Fahan, thank you. I don't want to call those names. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. God bless you. God bless you on Facebook. Thank you all for joining me. Oye Esther, Oye Layo. Thank you for joining me. Instagram. Thank you for joining me. Who is there? Comfort Aluko. Thank you so much for joining me. I think that's Instagram, YouTube. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Madam Quaker, I see you there. I think that's Facebook. Oh, thank you so much. God bless you. Oh, that's from the Vision Guide page. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I can see my bro there. Bye, JJ. I see you there, sir. Thank you for joining me. Madam Lolo, thank you for joining me today. God bless you. Bro, thank you for joining me. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you all on Instagram. Thank you so much. So as we go today, keep asking yourself, am I raising the child that I know or the one I assume? Have I actually cloned myself? And you're very excited about it. You know, these things are so innocent. They look so ordinary. They look like something something you can be proud of. That's my son, just like me. Don't get it twisted, but don't force who you are on that child. You can raise an amazing child who looks just like you, but that child is not you. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. And if you're seeing my face for the very first time today, my name is Oye Esther. I'm your family life engineer. I help families to get clarity, to build homes, to guide their children on behavioral issues, whatever issues. So it's all about holistic family life here. It's not just about parenting. It's about family life in general. And we are here to hold your hands. And every Saturday evening, we come live here to share essentials in parenting journey and in family life in general. And that is why I am here. And I believe that you've been able to take something home. And if you're just joining my session right now, please, after this broadcast, just go ahead and listen to it again, because I use beautiful story to bring about clarity today, because we've been saying some things, you have heard them, but you've not been able to picture what is wrong. And I believe with the stories that I share today, you have been able to get more understanding and clarity on why you should never assume the child you are raising, but to know the child you're raising. I want to say thank you so much once again for joining me. So this is called the Parenting Essentials, and it's coming to you from the Vision Guide. So we are on our day 23 of Start with Clarity journey. If you have been joining us, I want to say yes, I've been joining. Come put it down in the comment section and say I've been joining day 23. We have 7 more days to go. Wow. If you have not been joining, you're on your own. But everything is there on our social media page. It's on LinkedIn, it's on YouTube, it's on the 2 Facebook page, is on Instagram. It's on 6 different platforms. So it's on TikTok also. It's on I know it's on 6 different platforms. So do well and scroll down. If you love you, go well and scroll down and start from day 1. We are already in day 23. And the testimonies, the transformations that people are bringing back, it is so amazing. It is so pleasing, and that is what is giving us joy. That is why we are here. Do well. Do yourself a favor. If you're joining or if you're just going to start, you're not doing me a favor. You're doing yourself a huge favor. So go ahead and be intentional about everything and join us. Join us. Day 23, 7 more days to go, and I'm personally excited, and I'm patting myself at the back and saying, oh yeah, well done for giving this for free. All right, thank you everybody for joining me. As we go, don't forget that parenting must be intentional, parenting must be purposeful, parenting must be full of vision. And this vision is what is going to guide us jealously. Each step we take, the vision is guiding us jealously. And that is why we say only the vision guides. God bless you and stay blessed. Bye for now till I come away again next week on another beautiful episode. God bless you.